On the sidelines of the Broadband Commission meeting for sustainable development in Kigali this weekend, President Kagame met with a senior vice president and a group chief technical officer of Ericsson, a Swedish multinational networking and telecommunication company. Ericsson is one of the leading providers of 5G network equipment in the world. This Monday, RBS Ethan Tashobia sat down with the senior vice president of and group chief technical officer at the Ericsson country hub in Kigali to learn more about his meeting with President Kagame and the latest update on the 5G rollout in Africa. He started by asking him about the outlook of mobile broadband in Africa.
The outlook is really very promising and very good. We have not only, I think, learned from the last years of tragic pandemic how important mobile broadband is and how important it is to connect, whether it's for remote health or remote education or frankly to connect the whole society. So I think the prospects and the opportunities with mobile broadband, 4G technologies and 5G technologies is really great, and it's going to increase faster here in Africa than it's increasing in the rest of the world, partly because of the starting point, but also because I think the needs are very, very clear. It needs to be connected.
This weekend you attended Broadband Commission board meeting here. Can you please reflect on the Broadband Commission annual spring meeting and what are the key initiatives to bridge the digital divide in Africa?
So the Broadband Commission is a commission that has been working for around 10 years now, and its purpose is really to further broadband, both in terms of universal connectivity as well as affordable connectivity. And that means that all across the world, this is in Africa, but it's also everywhere else in the world, we want to promote the deployment and of course use of broadband technologies. And that has to do with making mainstream technologies available, such as 4G and 5G, roll them out all across the continent here, but also to make the enabling factors around broadband and services on top of broadband universally available. So we are working with initiatives like education. Ericsson has a Connect to Learn activity. We are also working with ITU in something called the Giga Initiative, which is about connecting schools all around the country, all around the continent. And also from a broadband perspective, we're looking at affordability of devices. We're looking at how to work with the health sector and further the connection between broadband and health or remote health. So there are a number of initiatives that we have programs working on, and we also then come with policy recommendations to governments in terms of furthering this universal and affordable connectivity.
Okay, let's talk about, continue with the connectivity, especially the latest, which is 5G. What is the latest update on 5G rollout in Africa, and what could be next?
Yes, so 5G is the next technology coming after 4G then, or LTE technology, and it is a new technology, so it's still very early days when it comes to 5G all around the world. Here in Africa, we're starting to see interest in upgrading 4G networks to 5G. You have a number of African countries that are exploring proof of concepts, trials, even early commercial services. So over the coming years, actually over the coming 5 years until 2027, there will be a fantastic uptake of 5G across Africa. So that's what we are seeing. And 5G then, why do you need 5G? What's really the reason for going for 5G? One thing is that you have a greater user experience, faster download or faster access, also better video experience. But 5G is really much more to connect society at large, whether it's small, medium enterprises, whether it's the schools, whether it's the government agencies. All of these would benefit from a high-performance network, and 5G really takes that next step. Reliability, resilience, so that it's a service that you can rely on, even higher quality of service. All of these things are built into 5G. So when this becomes the new digital infrastructure of the country, of the continent, you can start to create innovations on top of 5G. And that could be, as I mentioned, education, health, agriculture, transport, logistics, or, for example, smart manufacturing. We have one think, great learning from around the world, and that is that when you build with 5G from start, you get a much more efficient manufacturing plant. A smart manufacturing that is built on 5G from start can lower the energy consumption, reduce the waste, increase the productivity by a factor of 2. So we see a lot of good evidence that 5G is now becoming this digital fabric, the digital infrastructure, the digital platform that the country needs to digitalize all its other sectors. So it's really a big change from the previous generations to when we now go into 5G.
And what is the latest technology being deployed by Ericsson to support mobile financial services in Africa?
In financial services, I think Africa is a leader, and this comes from the mobile money experience that has really been pioneered in Africa. And of course, we are a proud provider of the underlying infrastructure for mobile money and services around Africa. What we see now is that there is an interest from operators, from our customers, to go beyond mobile money into more advanced financial services. And then our role is really to be this platform where other providers or startups could build their financial service applications on top of the digital infrastructure. And you do that over an open platform so that you can start to tap into innovation outside of the telecom industry. So that's our role, to be the enabler of more of these advanced fintech services.
You met our President Kagame as well. What was the center of the discussion, and what should we expect from the discussion you had with him?
Well, we are very present and committed in Africa when it comes to supporting our customers with 4G and 5G rolling out broadband. And of course, this is true also here in Rwanda. So we are proudly working with our customers here. And the discussion really was about how can we use digital infrastructure as an enabler for the country to take even the next steps when it comes to digitalization, when it comes to energy efficiency, when it comes to innovation, frankly. So I think that Rwanda has fantastic opportunities to be this pioneer, being the front runner when it comes to innovation on top of 4G and 5G. And that's really what the discussion centered around. And again, this is early days when it comes to the new technology. So we are also eager to see how can we support in terms of acceleration and making sure that this happens sooner rather than later.